So now let's look into one more tool that's provided by the Postman API is mock server. So mock servers enable you to see exactly how your API will run even before its production. So create mock servers in Postman to simulate API endpoints which you when you don't want then when you don't want to send API requests to a real API. You can also simulate network latency in your mock servers by specifying custom delays for responses. So mock servers are hosted on Postman's cloud, which means they are available wherever you need them, whether in your local testing or staging environments. Let's see how to set up the procedure to for a mock server. So Postman enables you to create a mock servers to assist with API development and testing. That's the main agenda of providing mock servers from the Postman cloud. A mock server simulates the behavior of a real API server by accepting requests and returning responses. So by adding a mock server to your collection and adding examples to your request, you can simulate the behavior of a real API. When you send a request to a mock server, Postman matches the request to a saved example in your collection. So Postman then responds with the data you added to the example. So to view existing mock servers in your workspace, select mock servers in the sidebar. So you need to be signed into a Postman account to create a mock server. So that's very important. We need to have it. So let's get into that and we'll see uh, how that mock server looks like. So okay, this is a testing, that's fine. So now here you can see that this is APIs item or APIs tab in our vertical or sidebar menu. So when you click on, you can create APIs, define a related collections and environments under a consistent schema. So you can write your own schema, you can create your own API. So that's what is our API. So to generate the API, we use this section. And second one, environments, we have seen mock servers. Now let's click on monitors. We have seen workflow, that we'll see. And then here we have a API. So let me click on mock server. So you don't have any mock server set. So mock servers let you simulate endpoints and their corresponding responses in a collection without actually setting up a backend. So now let's click on create a mock server. So quick start your API by connecting a repository, import definition and collections from a repository and keep them in a sync with API development. Let me click on the create mock server. So it's going to create a mock server in our in Postman's cloud. So you have to mention all the details. Create a mock server. Step one, create a new collection first, or you can take from existing. So enter a request you want to mock. So take the base URL, and on top of that, you have to attach the request and then a response code and a response body. So then you click on next. Let me check any collections API. Yeah, I would go with the simplest one. Yeah. Mm, scroll up. Yeah, here it is. Just copy this and come to the mock server and click on create new mock server. So get is the one which we are going to use, and let me paste it. Yeah, and 200 response body. That's it. So then you got the next and click on next. Click on next. It will take to the next section. So even in the previous one, you can use the existing collection also. That's okay. So mock server name mock1. Then environment. I don't mention any environment for now. It's not required. And Save the mock server URL as a new environment variable. As of course you do it, no issue, no offense. Simulate a fixed network delay. So I'll go with the custom one, or I don't want any delay. That's also okay. Let me click, or okay, no delay selected. So mock server, make mock server private. So let me click, no, just let it be. So create a mock server. So this is gonna create a mock server. Inside that mock server, we can play with our APIs. It's like a playground. That's it. Your mock server one has been created. So now no mock server call set. So you can use that, send a request to the following mock server URL. This is the mock server. Now send a request to the following mock server URL followed by the request path, or add examples response to each request that mock the server that the mock server will return. So let's copy this, and yeah, we have copied this URL, and click on new request, and so we have created a server, a mock server, or in a simplistic, in other way, you can tell that you have created a postman or an API server. So let me send a request. So you got some response. Of course, this is 404. It's not found. So because we have to attach the more, so authorization inherit. So at this moment, no auth. And so anyway, that's okay. Just to show you, because we need to add no matching request. You see that, double check your method and a request path to try again. So let's get into the mock server again. So click on mock server, and here send a request to the following mock server using this URL, and add example responses to each request. This is what important. Request that mock server will return. Let me click on this. Quickly we'll do it. We'll wrap this up. It's time to wrap this up. So specifying examples. So trying an example, understanding the examples. Okay, adding an example. Yes, here is that. So now that's what the URL we have taken. Then we have to add ID and type. So then you have to click on post. Okay. So this will, then you have to click on send. So then that will be sent to that. You see that the response, this is called an adding your example, adding an example. So if you want to add the custom example, you have to make it much little, it will become complicated. But however, you can do that. You can attach the two things. Let me get into that and go to that response. I think here it is, the recent one. Yeah, here params and mocks. Let me get to the mock one more time. Click on this and scroll down more, and come to this place and go to the params and add your params and run it and see what's gonna happen. Okay, so that's what you work on that mock. Basically, mock is a playground. It is similar to the API. It's similar to the API server, where your API infra and everything will be stored, and from there you're going to fetch your data. And it's like, again, API is also works similar to the client server architecture. You'll have an API server. I have shown it to you in my previous slide also, and you have an API client. So here the mock server is the one which acts like, which pretends like, which mocks like our API server, but in actual case it is not. So then we have flows here. So flow is coming soon. At this moment, it's not ready for the desktop, not for the web, web postman, not for the postman web. Anyway, so we will see this later when it is up. So for now, what is flow? Flows help you create applications by connecting series of requests on an infinite canvas. The infinite canvas. That's what it's like. It is like series circuit of lights, or series circuit of pumps. It connect one API to other API in a series, so that you can connect infinite number of applications together. So It's nothing but the Postman is unleashing the power of API. So that's what about the mock servers.